It's the franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next on Madden NFL 25.
In the Monongahela River. And welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. So good to have you. On the start of this game, both teams emphasize what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
The veteran kicker, Greg Joseph, will get us started here. And off we go from the Steel City. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led by their quarterback out of Ohio State, first-round pick Justin Fields.
Quarterbacks like him are just so hard to defend, Mike, because not only can they beat you with their arm and their ability to process and spread the ball out to the other playmakers, but it's their ability to hurt you when things break down. It's just hard to defend plan B, plan C. You might defend plan A really well, but man, I'll tell you, you just can't simulate his speed in practice. You can't simulate his ability to make guys miss and extend plays. And when that coverage breaks down or that defensive front doesn't get home, he can make you pay in a lot of different ways.
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Oh no, right at the start, he loses the football. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Giants led out by their quarterback, Daniel Jones. Here he is. It's year 6 in the NFL. And Jones still at the helm for the Giants.
Here's what you call a little bit of a polarizing player, Mike. His career has been a bit of a mixed bag after being a first-round pick a few years back. At times, he looks like a bona fide franchise quarterback. At others, he looks like a guy who's still trying to find his way and take that next step. It's the consistency. That's the biggest issue. If that changes, man, he'll finally be able to reach his full potential. All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Here's Greg Joseph for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Giants will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Work to do now as they go a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. To throw is Fields. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Giants offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Shotgun now for Jones. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. The NFL sack leader for 2023, T.J. Watt, gets in there to bring him down.
Big-time sack there by T.J. Watt, and he certainly picked up right where he led off. Remember last year, Mike, he led the NFL in sacks with 19. He's made a living off making plays in the backfield, and he continues to do so here.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. That's to Robinson. He's got it. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means. but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the first down.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Jones. A short one there to Bellinger.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense make their way out to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the Alabama product.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
Give up the middle to Harris. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Third and 6. Back to throw is Fields. He's got his man. It's Pickens. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Harris. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Second down and 8. Play action now for Fields. He'll tuck it and take off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Harris. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Now, Fields. That's to the former Ram and Falcon, Van Jefferson. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Steeler first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Harris. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Steelers are on the board. It's 10-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's Jones. He has Hyatt complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter. Now, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A give right side. This is Singletary. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
This one is caught by Robinson. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones on the bootleg. He's into space past the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A give to Singletary on the zone read. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Daniel Bellinger. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Joseph's extra point up and good. And the Giants will get out in front 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Austin now to return this. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Steelers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he'll take this up to the 30. A pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Harris. Wow! They tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the 1st down. They'll give it to Harris again. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They run it over center with Harris. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Fields from the gun on third down. That's hot by Miller. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
That is such a critical area on the field, Mike, between the hash marks and the numbers. Everyone wants to control the middle of the field. Every offense is targeting it. So what does the defense do? They really pack it. So for a quarterback to be able to put this ball out on the perimeter, it just really stresses these defenses, especially in their coverages.
And that is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Now Fields. Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
A run with Harris. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. They go play action with Fields. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got first and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Tracy now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Giants offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Now a handoff to Singletary. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
They'll go back to Singletary on 1st down. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Jones. Open man is Robinson. Third and a yard. Jones going to hang on to it here. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 16-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
This is an area of Daniel Jones' game, Mike, that I think people often overlook. He is sneaky fast, and when he gets out into open space, very rarely can anybody catch him.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Singletary. And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. To throw, it's Jones. That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Throwing, Jones. And he'll take it on in. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Here's Joseph now for the extra point. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Austin now to return this, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is 10, 24-14, so work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Fields. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Fields now on 2nd down. There's Jefferson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Fields. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
2nd down, it's Fields. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. That's catch 3 just on this drop, and it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
1st down, Fields. He's got it inside the 5. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. He pulls it in around the 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This about as short as you can get. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are able to get it back within a score.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Here's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Singletary. And this will be a Giants first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Jones keeping this one. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll run. It's Singletary. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Throwing now is Jones. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. Oh, the defense snuffed that one out. He'll lose yardage, mark him back at the 3.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Harris. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down. Fields. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Harris. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Throwing is Fields. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Play action now for Fields. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he's into the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. And Great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Singletary now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Jones. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice play there by Malik Neighbors. And when we talked to the head coach, Brian Daboll, what did he tell us? He said, I need more competitive guys. I need guys that are going to go out there and compete for the ball, play in and play out. And remember, Mike, this is a guy that led college football in yards per game last year at over 120 yards receiving per game. So they got themselves a pretty special talent here in New York, and I think we're just scratching the surface.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
He'll try and run for the 1st with Singletary. Singletary, a 1st down and more. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 13-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 37 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Again, it's Singletary. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. In motion, it's Robinson. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
If you want to win in this league and have a successful defense, how you perform on third down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those third down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals.
Here comes Greg Joseph and the field goal unit. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants will move out in front, 27-24.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Austin now to return this. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. 1st and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's Jaylen Warren. Room to run past midfield. The speed on display. He's in. Jaylen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and through. And the Steelers have taken a 4-point advantage. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Tracy now to return it. The visitors' offense running back Devin Singletary back on the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Jones. He has Hyatt complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll run once more with Singletary. He'll work forward for a couple. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Jones. And that is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
The Giants sending out their punter. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
Back to throw is Fields. Whoa. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Fields. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Finding room across midfield. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Throwing on 1st down is Jones. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Working from the gun, it's Jones. In trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
So this now, a pressure spot for Greg Joseph. This to get back within a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a one-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Austin now to return this. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. 15-yard pickup there. That's a Steeler first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll get this to his tight end, Freiermuth. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll try to run for it. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
First and 10. Give up the middle to Harris. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Fields. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside.
And the numbers, and depending on what defense they're in, there is a lot of space to be had down those seams. So if this defense doesn't make a couple of adjustments, I wouldn't expect this offense to target any other place on this field.
We'll get this only to about the 10. Second down, it's Fields. He's got it at the 3.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far...
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Steelers are going to open up the lead to 8. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. From 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. They'll run. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Motion man is Hyatt. They'll run here. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down. Shotgun now for Jones. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
In this coverage breakdown, Mike, it's just completely unacceptable. You come out in dime defense. What that means is you have 6 defensive backs and only 1 linebacker most often. So for the offense to find an open receiver with that much space to operate, you just have to imagine there was some sort of breakdown in communication and execution, because he had a lot of room to operate, and that defensive coordinator is not happy.
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Open man left side. He's got it. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
So first off, nice job picking up enough for the 1st down. But I got to be honest, Mike, when he caught it, I thought he was going to put his foot in the ground and get physical and run through contact and try to score. I'm not so sure why he just so quickly ran out of bounds, even though he was able to pick up the 1st.
They'll run here with Singletary. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, New York.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still 1 stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Here's a big moment for Big Blue. The Giants are going to go for 2. Now Singletary. And he is going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion works, and we've got ourselves a tie game.
You can just tell the teams that practice these end-of-game situations. After the offense scored, there was no big hoopla. They weren't throwing themselves a parade. They immediately knew they had to go for 2. Get back in the huddle, get their best play call executed, and we got a tie ball game.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive, which starts with 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Into the hands of Pickens. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield. In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it's going to be third down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Fields. Here's a screen set up for Warren.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Fields now on second down. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. It is second down and 5. Austin brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Here's Harris. He will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL.